unprecedented. But anyway, man, there was some news that came out today saying, man, via TMZ, though, I don't know if you heard this, but they're saying that Jay-Z now is going to become part owner of an NFL team. And they're not saying what team it is, but they are saying that he will, once again, be a part owner of an NFL team. What do you think about this news that came out today? It's real vague, not much to it, but
it seems like the chess moves are being moved. The chess pieces are being moved, excuse me. And I don't know, man. It's like, first off, I don't know too many teams that have part owners in the NFL. I mean, I know the Green Bay Packers are owned by Wisconsin and I believe Green Bay, the city of town of Green Bay. But outside of that, they got their owners and they're going to stick to them. And I don't know what owner is going to relinquish any ownership unless we know a team that may be for sale. I don't know. He said that there people can guarantee, sources close to the situation can guarantee he'll be a part owner soon. And now people are automatically and immediately speculating on whether or not he'll start having Colin Kaepernick trying out and this and that, or where he start bringing in this. Is this the move? Is this what's going on outside of the halftime social injustice show? Who knows? But I got to wait and see on this, too, because it still seems like a lot of pomp and circumstance. It seems like a lot of cheerleading and a lot of distraction. Yeah, well, I'm actually looking. I put up a list of some of the ownership in the NFL. And you have a few, the New York Giants, you know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles, but that's Christina and Jeffrey Lurie that have part ownership. Right. Pittsburgh Steelers, Art Rooney, 60%. I guess family has 12%. The Rooney. So there are, it's a few, but the majority, it looks like, is one owner that have had their team, for a long time, like the Packers, 1923, you know what I mean? But there has been some new ones in the 2000s. A lot of teams are changing hands. So maybe, somebody's going to give up, some type of ownership, for I don't know who. Hopefully they'll get that, that team out Snyder very soon. You can, if you want Snyder. Give us some yo shit. He owns 100% of that shit too. Oh no, he does none of it. And he shows, he flexes muscle out there from the fucking parking to the popcorn, man. That dude. So are we hating though on Jay-Z now? Are we bitter towards Jay-Z? Because any other time, this was 2 weeks ago, and they said Jay-Z's getting an NFL team. Everybody be like, oh, Jay-Z, finally black people's coming up, man. We got a team. And now it's like, oh, okay, what's the catch here, Jay? Nah, we're learning. Yeah. Question everything. I think Jay-Z said that best. Question everything, even my lyrics. He said it somewhere in that fucking one of his great bodies of work. Still one of the greatest rappers of all time. Still one of my favorite rappers of all time. I still have him number one on my list. I just now, as a grown man, can question anybody I want. And with the amount of respect and given the knowledge that I have on the situation, give criticism to it. This is the position that we put ourselves in, and we love to do it. And Jay-Z is no exception to that rule. And in this situation, based off of what we know now, I question what the fuck is going on. How do you think he handled himself in that press conference in front of everybody? What would you give him a grade in that? Him being the spokesperson, what would you say? See? Yeah. Defensive. Right. Yeah. Seemed defensive. Now we didn't get the whole nuts and bolts of it. I've seen Jay-Z, and I heard a lot of joking around saying that Jay-Z is one of the greatest rappers of all time, but he's a terrible ambassador. He's a terrible public speaker. That ain't true either. I've seen Jay-Z give some incredible interviews for hours at a time. Yeah. I think in this situation, I don't know how scripted. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how genuine it was. At the end of the day, he's putting a cigar in his mouth. He's a businessman. Let the money flow. He's a billionaire for a reason. And we already know, no matter how favorite of a rapper he is or how much you love his CDs or anything like that, that he's in the type of business that morale is thrown out the fucking window. You know what I mean? And not saying that you can make yourself to a billionaire and not hold morale, but Jay-Z ain't one of them. He does some things that you can question. And if it ain't, you know what I mean, to your morale, you can go, okay, yeah, it is what it is. He ain't going to stop for you, me, or anybody else. Right. So, I mean, we'll see. Do you trust him? I don't know. Does it fucking matter if I trust him? Does it matter if you trust him? Trust him to what? Answer me that. Trust him to what? Do you trust him to really try to make some change with police brutality and try to, obviously black people, you know what I mean? He, that's who he's for, and minorities, I guess. Do you trust him being a liaison or a leader, for us to even, not that he's trying to really do that. He's not saying that, but that's what it kind of is, because our people are the ones that's being brutalized the most. Nah, I don't. Right. Okay. Nah.
Yeah, me either.
I don't.
Not at all.
And I don't know. I don't think anybody should trust him. Nah. And that's not the negative thing. It's not a positive thing. It is what it is. Don't trust him. Don't trust him, and don't put faith in that one man to change anything for you. We haven't seen it over time. It's going to take a concerted effort. It's going to take some money being taken out of some institutions. It's going to be some money being able to take out of the Walmarts and the Wawas and the things that we put our money in so fast to really have some conversation. I don't think one man is going to be able to hold that mantle no matter how high of a pedestal they try to put him on. And if you have Jay-Z on that pedestal, take him the fuck off and wake up.
Yeah, please. I mean, look at it like entertainment for now, I would say. And like you said it best. I think the best point out of all the commentary is do what you can do. You know what I mean? For you and your family, make the changes there first, and that'll trickle out into the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think this is smoke and screens. You know, people be watching NFL and whatnot, and this will be swept under the rug, and nobody will probably be talking about this no more. I think really, for real.
Oh, God. Question we just going to have to throw out there, man, because prior to all of this, we were two brothers excited to watch some football. Your Eagles are slated to go to the Super Bowl, if not win the whole thing. Does this change the conversation, and are we hypocrites for even still investing in watching football? Now, it's a far cry from what it was when we were children, a far cry from what it was 5 years ago, 2 years ago. But are we wrong for even still diving into it?
I still watch it, and maybe we are, but, you know, I love the sport. You know what I mean? We grew up playing the sport and whatnot, and we're just pretty much giving commentary on it. Yeah, I would like to see stuff change. You know what I mean? And obviously we're doing the best that we can do with our limited resources to try to, you know, move forward to, you know, becoming that person where we can, you know, our policy ain't really our thing like that, trying to be a councilman and nothing like that. But there's certain things that we could do with our platform by speaking out and give people a voice and, you know, exposing different things that go on. And I think that's what we can do with the power that, you know, we have. But for me personally, I watch the NFL. I'm just giving, you know, my opinion on what I think about what's going on. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied with what's going on in the NFL, but like God said, love the sport. And I'm not going to sit back and watch it like I used to. I'm not invested in it like I used to, and most certainly I'm not. But I don't mind taking criticism if I watch the Skins on a Sunday or two and I get, you know what I mean, invested into the game. Is what we grew up on. But I salute Cap. I salute his movement. I still have questions about what the payoff was about, what was going on. But all that being said, I think it's a great conversation that needs to be had. A lot's being exposed from it, and keep exposing.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully, you know, that police brutality thing and the problems in America is going to take a lot more to some Jay-Z or some halftime show.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But you can salute, I guess, the gesture of somebody trying to do something here.
Right. Yeah, that's all you can do is salute the gesture.
Yes, sir. But again, you know, you know how we do it here in this podcast. Maybe we're going to keep you updated, you know, everything that goes on, you know, with this situation and other things, you know, in the hip hop arena, politics, sports, and everything like that. So hopefully you enjoyed that little excerpt there about Jay-Z. If you did enjoy that, though, we need you to go ahead and hit that 5-star rating right now. And please don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. You can get all future, you know, podcasts. I'm just reading this here, Sam, man. And I'm just a little bit update on Kodak Black real quick. That is saying, according to celebrity news site Bossip, Kodak Black is set to plead guilty to federal weapons charges when he appears in court next week. Now they're saying the site reports that Kodak will admit during what is known as a change of plea hearing that he lied to illegally purchase guns. Now Kodak's sudden change of plea indicates that a possible deal has been struck, but it's unclear at the moment. Now he does face a maximum of 10 years in prison for this particular one. And we talked about this story when this happened, when I think he bought a gun and he used his real name, but he was a felon or something like that. So he's going to plead guilty. Looks like he made a deal, you know, so that's one case down. So I know he has about one, maybe two other cases that he has to fight, but I know he has a sexual assault case that he's going to have to deal with real soon. Thoughts on this, Sam, man? Kodak pleading guilty to federal weapons charges.
It looks like Kodak has a very intelligent legal team around him, unlike some other people in high price celebrities we see. R. Kelly, which is a fucking mess. I don't know if you've seen the recent thing on that.
Nah.
Oh my Lord. But we all know he had a lot going on. He had multiple cases that he had to take care of. This gun situation was going to be a pain in his ass if he tried to fight and plead innocent and all that. So the deal was probably the smartest thing to do.
Right.
He's going and he's been very vocal about fighting the sexual assault case head on and putting all his energy into that. So it's kind of like he's taking just the L on whatever else he might have put himself in, the situations he put himself in, taking responsibility and accountability maybe for those, like we've been talking about with young Kodak, and fighting the sexual assault case head on. We both hoped and prayed that he was innocent of that. Not hoped and prayed on no fanship, but just as a young man and not putting any negative connotation on the female either, because if she was sexually assaulted, he needs to sit his ass in jail. But if she in fact was fabricating the truth, justice needs to be served there as well. So if you're innocent, take that, fight it all the way through, let karma and justice serve itself out, and you take your L's on the stuff that you hold yourself accountable for.